Hi, I'm Tracy, and this is my sister Sherrie, and we were told that we were the first siblings in the state of Texas to be able to co-parent and adopt together. We went to this support group at our church. This lady said, hey, I know of this pair of twins that are really looking for a home. Would you be interested? And Sherrie and I said, yes. And they said, well, there's actually 4. And I was like, oh, 4, okay, well, maybe we can do 4. We'll just do it together. And we went home, and the caseworker called us and said, well, there's actually 6. Sherrie and I looked at each other, and we were like, okay, we'll take all 6.
All right, hey, sometimes I think to myself, what have we done? What did we get ourselves into?
This parenting thing can be rough.
You're perfect.
There's honestly no one I'd rather be on this journey with than my sister.
They said no one was crazy enough to take 6.
This is how crazy we are.
I love it. Sherrie joins us from their family home, and Tracy joins us from her school office, both in Fort Worth, Texas. And you know what, Tracy, I think you probably know already, Fort Worth Independent School District Hall of Fame, Tamron Hall. Yes, I went to school. My picture is actually in the school district office. So, you know, I just love this story. It reminds me, Sherrie, of that film Instant Family, Mark Wahlberg, where they just become this family overnight, and all of the joy and the difficult moments of this. You went from being 2 single women to having 6 kids instantly. Okay, take me through the initial conversation here. Did you do a pro-con list? Did you grab the Bible and pray? You know, where did you find the sweet spot to say yes to this journey?
So for us, it was instilled upon us. Our parents both, they fostered and adopted when we were in high school. And so it was an option for us. You know, we both were in our mid-30s. We weren't married, and we kind of weren't, you know, we didn't think like, well, why can't we have kids? So we talked about it, we prayed about it, and we thought, okay, for us, the best option is to adopt. And so we first started going down the road of fostering. We looked into it, and Tracy was initially going to be the only one to foster and adopt because I wasn't ready to be a mom. And as we slowly started praying and talking through it, we just, you know, agreed to 1 or 2 kids, and then God gave us 6.
God gave you 6 adorable ones. Tracy, you were more in, obviously, on the front end of this. Did the number 6 ever cross your mind?
No. No. As a matter of fact, I planned on adopting 2, and Sherrie had said maybe she would do 1 or 2 whenever she found out that I was going to do it. But 6 was never on our radar.
Something else that wasn't on your radar, Tracy, was that there would be roadblocks. I mean, you're thinking to yourself, okay, we've got our plan. We're going to open our home. We have great backgrounds. All of the, we check the boxes of what good parents look like. And then you hit a roadblock because...
Yeah, so the first roadblock that we hit was that we had to recertify as a group home because there was 6. But then after that, they said that legally we weren't allowed to adopt them together because we were sisters and not married.
Had that even crossed your mind? I mean, that being siblings would be a roadblock to adopting.
No, we actually thought that they would look at it as a positive.
Sherrie, when you heard that this would be a complicating factor or potentially, I mean, what was your reaction to that?
Well, you know, the whole reason we wanted to adopt more than 1 was because we wanted a sibling group. So for us, we didn't understand, you know, if we were bringing all 6 in, we wanted them to stay together for life and to have that comfort of, okay, I'm with family that we're together, all 6 of us, until, you know, we're ready not to be. And so for us, it was just a little confusing when at first they wanted Tracy to adopt 3 and me to adopt 3. We were just like, no, this is a group effort here. You know, we're wanting to have all 6 be fully both of our kids.
So you put your foot down and you were prepared to fight the system?
Yes, definitely. It's important for the kids.
Coming up, how they fought the system, won, and we're going to meet Tracy and Sherrie's mom. What she says it was like learning that she was going to be a grandmom of 6 overnight, and learning also about her daughters' desire to fight for their modern family.
At the same time that we were having to learn to be moms, we were also having to learn to be co-parents. We have the same parenting styles, but there are a couple times when we don't agree on how to discipline our kids.
If we don't agree on something, we'll take it in the other room where the kids are not in there. Whenever we really don't agree, we table it until we have time to process. I would say 9 times out of 10 we agree, and when we don't, we arm wrestle.
I can look at those kids all day long. So cute. Welcome back. Today we're talking with people who have opened their hearts and minds to creating their version of family. When sisters Tracy and Sherrie Smith learned 6 children were in need of a good home, they decided they would co-parent those children by adopting them together. Then their parents also moved in, because you need backup when you have 6 kids to help. And Tracy and Sherrie's mom, Trish, joins us now. Trish, thank you so much for being here. I know that your daughters mentioned before the break that you had adopted 3 adopted children of your own. Did you know of this roadblock when it came to the number of children and that they were siblings that they would face?
I didn't, because we adopted 3 and we did not face that roadblock.
Sherrie, how did you eventually get to the point where you were able to win this battle to have this modern family?
So we were lucky enough to have a great lawyer who went to bat for us. I don't know if you know this, but when you foster to adopt, a lot of times the lawyers are pro bono. And so he really went to the mattresses for us and was able to work with the system and convince them that it's the best thing for the kids.
Tracy, I imagine, again, this has been a story educating, so many families out there who adopt. This is not just Texas. This is a challenge in other places as well. So you modernized in so many ways, again, the definition of family.
Yeah, I think that Sherrie and I constantly have people that are kind of trying to figure out the dynamic, because the kids will call us mom and other mom. Initially, we tried to have them call us mom and mommy or something like that, but it didn't really work. So when you go to a store and the kids are calling you mom and other mom, or they're calling you red mom and black mom, which are the color cars that we drive, then people are usually trying to figure out exactly, what the situation is. And when they do that, usually they think that it's that we're a same-sex couple, not sisters, because that's not something that you usually hear.
I guess I would actually say to you, I think many people would just have the question, why? 6 at a time, because it is, I've got 1, and let me tell you, I would be on the floor right now if there were 6. So after they figure it all out, it's why the 6? How do you answer that?
My siblings mean so much to me, and I can't imagine, after going through what they went through and the start that they had on their lives, the challenges that they had, because they were in foster care for 500 days and they were split into 3 different homes when we got them. I can't imagine not having the comfort of knowing that you had your entire family, thinking that you were missing a piece of yourself, or that maybe they didn't have it as good because they were with someone else or whatever. So it really, as much as the 6 stopped us in our tracks for a second, it really was just that. It really was a second, because it just almost wasn't even a question that we would have to have the entire group to feel like we were a complete family.
Absolutely. Trish, when you think about it, I know you have to be so proud of your daughters, and so much so that you moved in to help out, because as a mom, you clearly knew that they would need some backup there.
Yeah, we've lived together for quite a while, and having all 6 with us and being able to help and being a team, it takes a village to raise a child, and takes a very large village to raise 6 of them.
Well, it is a beautiful story, and I'm just happy to be able to talk to you, because, again, through this story, Tracy and Sherrie, you know how many other people will be inspired not to give up to create the family that they want. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.